Econolite. Moving traffic forward.
In this tutorial, we're going to go over the basic settings for the camera. So let's go into one of the Vision cameras here. Clicking on it, we instantly get a single still image, and you can update that still image down here in the controls. You can also press play and play to get live video. It will display the URL for that video feed for that specific camera. The protocol is that it's the IP address of the comm manager / cam1 for the first camera, cam2, cam3, 4, so forth, and / quad for the quad view. And then you can also use, of course, the stop button and the record button to record video. You'd specify a file name and a location. I would not recommend recording more than probably 2 hours or so because the file sizes get very large. And then the other thing is the overlays can be shown here or turned off. So this one isn't programmed yet, so it doesn't have overlays, but you would see the zones and so forth, and you can turn those off here. Under your device settings, in a previous video we showed using custom setup to define these fields, which is kind of nice rather than just having generic descriptions. You've got the time, which just shows you what it's set to. That's done in the comm manager. The interfaces can't be set here, just again showing you what they are. And then the video bit rate, this sets the level of compression. The firmware update button allows you to update that camera, and of course we can open the file that we want to download to the device and start install. You can update multiple cameras and comm managers at the same time, typically one intersection at a time at the home screen. You don't necessarily have to do it in each individual screen. The operations log is where you'll be able to retrieve the logs of a specific camera and see what kind of messages are being shown about the operation of that device. The data collection area will go into another video in the series. I'm not going to go through into that here. The commands, you could restart the device, just the camera. You can save the archive and restore. I recommend after setting up zones and the regular detection at an intersection to save that archive so that you can return to it if you, for instance, make changes and decide you want to revert back to the previous version or for other reasons that are useful. Use the restore to restore that archive. And then also, if you want to clear out the programming that's been done for perhaps a camera is being moved from one location to another and that programming that it has is no longer valid, just do the clear configuration. Okay, the first step in setting up video camera for detection is the camera setup screen. And here what you would do is zoom the camera using this feature. The first thing it's always good to do is put it in play mode so that you can see as it zooms. This is an emulator I'm using, so it doesn't actually have zoom, but you would simply adjust this slider and get it to the point where you have the right field of view. Now we have a rule of 2 that really helps get the right setup, and that is we want to see back far enough that we see at least 2 cars before the first advanced zone. We're seeing pretty far back here. We definitely don't want any horizon in the view. The next thing we want is 2 lane widths on either side, to the left and to the right. That helps us capture the turning movement counts. Since this product is capable of registering turning movement counts, we want to see the cars turn off the screen. So 2 lanes to either side. We want to see zones that are 2 car lengths in length, and then we want to have enough field of view down below the screen to have at least 2 cars past the end of the stop bar. That's just enough here. We could perhaps even use a little bit more room down here. So that rule of 2 is very good in setting up your field of view and your zoom. We're going to talk about calibration in the next video. Thanks.